Alright, so the next color tone we're going to be working on will be this, the Grayish Blue, number 337 from Mr. Hobby. This is the second layer two-tone color that I wanted to put on this kit. Now, bear in mind, I spray painted all these white parts using light gold gray, but by doing so, I recovered up the pre-shading. So, if I applied this extra layer, I will be covering up pre-shading completely for the other tone. Therefore, I did a little bit more pre-shading again, just to get the overall effect. So let's see how it comes out. I'm going to get every side of it. Alright. Yep, looks really good. Like how it came out. Nice and smooth. Alright, let's go with the bigger one. Let's try this. Oh, and by the way, I decided to do a little bit more, a bit of an effect here. I painted the tip a little bit of black. And I did that not only on this, but on every tip of my little feathers. So let's see how that overall look comes out. Alright, so let's do this. Don't want to do too much, otherwise it's not going to look good. By the way, I am panel lining this, so once I'm done with all these, I will of course top coat it. Look, that came out great. And so that way I can protect the paint, then begin the top coating, panel lining. So that's good. Here's the other one. So far I go only in this part here because everything else is going to be covered up by the wings. That's good. Alright, now this part was a bit tricky because this is the inside one. It looked kind of lame and blah, so oh, and by the way, even though this goes in the inside and you're only painting one side, you have these little inlets here, which goes through the that big part. So there we go. That should be fine. Now this one was a bit tricky, very, very tricky. Hopefully it came out right. I'm getting the edges of this in the inside because you never know. There we go. Hopefully when I remove all this, it will show off something cool. I think that, oh, I got this one right here. Even the most minute detail is something you want to make sure you cover everything. Alright, that's good. I think that's pretty much it. I mean, there's more, which... oh yeah, this one right here. You know what, I didn't check the back, but that's alright. That's alright, I'll figure it out soon enough. Alright. So, let me continue on. There's a lot more we gotta do. And then we will move on to the next stage. Okay, so what you're looking at here, in detail and fully completed, all the wings of the Gundam Wing Zero kit. Real great. And I was supposed to show more painting footages of the other parts. But before we move on to that, I want to show you what it looks like now after it dried. But I kind of like, when I was looking at that, overall, I said, you know what? It needs a little bit more detail. It needs a little bit more character. So what I did, specifically in the wings, or no, in the feathers, I decided to paint it like this, where we have the darker gray, or the grayish blue, followed by the medium light gold gray, and then at the tip, a little black. Just a little bit at the tip, to give it this unique look to it. I did this on all the winglets on both sides of the wings. I did it in the back wing area here, just simple, and I did it here on these. I did some detail here on the inner part, painted the two tones right there. Painted this because this is going to show through in here. It's a little pre-shading on this, but I think it's a little too much. I may repaint it again. I'm not 100% sure. This one was the toughest part. Very tough to do the, you know, one light, one dark, one light, one dark. It was tough, very tough. I made many mistakes, and I think I got it right, but I'm not 100% sure. Here's the other one here. This was easy. This was very easy. This was tough. Not to mention the pre-shading on this, which you see not only on this side, but on this side, because when I was putting it together, didn't realize that the flip side, which I thought was going to be covered, was all white. It was not going to be painted, so I had to repaint this part again. This was backtracking, double checking, redouble checking, and just doing it all over again, to the point where, you know, what you see is what I got. And here, of course, is the final results of the two-tone there. So this came out pretty good. Not so much with the other armor parts. The armor parts gave me a lot more tougher issues, because the two color paints that I showed off before, even though one bottle showed that one was darker and the other one was lighter, in hindsight, when you look at it at the same time, they look almost the same. Really, it looked almost the same. So, to give you an example, here is one of the blue parts which was painted, and you can't barely see it, but you know, I don't know how the camera will. I'm going to take photographs. What I did was I painted the darker color of the engine gray. The dark gray, which was the lighter tone, I applied it in the middle of these as like a second, like, faded layer. I've seen this technique before, where you take like a darker tone color, apply it, then take a lighter tone, but instead of spray painting it over it, you just want to spray it in the middle and give it that lighter shade. And to make that even lighter, I actually added a little bit more white pigments to give it, to brighten it up a bit. So that came out okay. Here's an example here, which is darker on the ends but lighter on the top. That gave me a lot of trouble, but I was able to figure it out. The yellow parts, what I did was I spray painted it orange and then spray painted it yellow to give it this unique feel to it. The V fins, right here, let me show you, came out nice, very nice. So holds true with the red, where I painted it black, pre-shaded it black, and then I use a darker red color to give it the, the pass, and it retains the pre-shade. I did everything, all the way up from the what do you call it? Those little winglets that goes on the arms, the chin, the feet, the torso, and then of course detailing the body itself. The weapons I've detailed it, but it needs to be a little bit more detailing, so I want to show you. I don't want to show that to you now, I'll show it to you later. And then the last thing which I did, which I need to remove from this, I had to spray paint it on it, was spray painting neon green on these clear parts because it requires the stickers. I spray painted neon green here, and I'm going to use a Gundam marker to paint the eyes around it so it shows, the green. Didn't spray this off because this one's going to go over this little part here. Yeah, this came out really damn good. I'm very impressed. It's not 100% perfect, but once I finish assembling this and then I show it to you guys what it looks like, I hope you guys appreciate it and like it. So with that being said, let's clear the table and begin assembly of the real grade Wing Gundam Zero Custom. So the first thing we're going to build based off the manual is the leg. Here's all the parts that make up the legs already. I already painted this metallic gunmetal, so it came out okay. So we're going to begin with the foot. I'm going to need a toothpick to open this up a bit because it was held on like so. So find this. Make sure it goes all the way down. Then we take this, break down like that. There we go. Okay, that deals with that. Then the heels, and it had to be assembled like that. Just push it up like so. There we go. And the little tootsies, slide that in here. And then the top part of the foot goes like that. There we go. Alright. Then we have the back part of the armor here. It slides in like so. Alright. And then take this, bend that a bit, put that through here. And then we have the back part that goes there. Nice. This one's a bit tricky. You gotta find the actual spacing. So you have that little tab here that goes into this little hole. That holds it into place. Snaps into place like that. To the Same thing here. Okay. Now I take this, put that through here. Good. The front Shin armor, like that. Before you put this on, you want to put this. Oh, like that. Then bend it a bit to the front and push this in like so. Then we have this, the knee guard. I believe it's this way. Yes, it's this way. There we go. And there you have it. The legs of the real grade Wing Gundam 0 custom is complete. Nice. Look at that. That is absolutely nice. Okay. Let's now move on to the next part of the build.